Beginning our inspection over here at Quebec Street, we are using our exterior clean-out access just off to the north of the front door to inspect today. And a couple things just to note as far as our currently installed clean-outs. This clean-out closer to the home had breakage in the cap. We are going to actually scope through this hole in the cap for the sake of trying to limit rocks from falling into the line, especially when we have decorative rock like this near the cleanouts. We want to make sure this is properly sealed so no rocks can fall down into the sewer line. Our cleanout cap over here further away from the home has, I believe, been run over or partially compressed at some point. The cap itself will not screw out of and separate from the cleanout hub, this piece is called. So the only way to access the line is to take that hub off of the piping. I'm going to recommend a new cap for one of these cleanouts and then a new cleanout cap and hub for our other cleanout. We're going to begin our inspection using our cleanout heading out towards the street and the city connection. As we were afraid of with our open compromise clean-out cap up next to the property, we do have some small rock falling into the sewer line and beginning to catch debris. We are going to recommend a jetting for the line in order to clear those out. "51 feet away from the property, we do have a crack in the line. Initially, we'll see our joint connection here, and that faint white line just past the joint connection is where that crack is located. Crack shows some shifting and displacement of the clay wall, as well as some root intrusion at about the 12 o'clock position. This indicates a structural compromise. Recommend for repair." City tap connection is present at about 67 feet from point of access. Tap connection appears properly aligned with good flow into the city side. There's a minor hairline fracture in the top of the piping here at about 57 feet. Fracture shows no visible movement or separation of the piping wall, as well as no root intrusion. Fracture does not appear to be a significant structural compromise. Fracture at 55 feet, again, does not show any shifting or separation of the clay wall. No major structural compromise. "43 feet, another hairline fracture in the clay. No major structural compromise, no shifting or separation of clay wall." "41 feet, again, hairline fracture, no shifting, no separation. At about 15 feet from point of access, we do have a failed PVC joint connection in the piping. Currently the camera is sitting in a section of clay piping adjoining to a section of PVC piping just in front of us. And at about the 10 o'clock position, we do appear to have some root intrusion coming through this joint. Roots are natural and normal to come through clay to clay joint connections. However, if we see roots at a PVC joint connection, the gasket surrounding that joint has failed. We will recommend this for repair. Furthest point on the interior piping reached at 34 feet. We are in a smaller 2 or 2.5 inch line coming from the kitchen line in the back of the property. We do have fairly significant debris buildup in this line, so that jetting we are recommending for the exterior line will also need to clean out the 2-inch kitchen pipe to ensure good flow.